Today I'm going to speak on heartfulness. From the perspective of consciousness, love is what integrates everything. It is the glue that unifies our relationship with all phenomena. Fear and sense of separation is what pulls things apart. If you look closely at the underpinnings of all human behavior, the desire to be loved and respected is the bottom line. Think about it. The desire for fame, money, and power are all driven by it. These desires all cry out, please, pay attention. We also have the need to express love. According to those who work with the terminally ill, at the very end, most people ask themselves two questions. Have I truly been loved? And to what extent have I loved? That says a lot. Love lies at the root of heartfulness. Buddhists refer to heartfulness as compassion, the awareness of suffering and the drive to alleviate it. In their tradition, compassion is usually practiced in conjunction with mindfulness. Heartfulness is more inclusive than compassion. It incorporates the expression of all the heartfelt virtues, like gratitude, benevolence, kindness, courage, discipline, trust, faith, devotion, appreciation, forgiveness, and so on. And love underlies all of them. Heartlessness, on the other hand, is founded in all the opposites, like ingratitude, malevolence and intolerance, cowardice, neglect, distrust, faithlessness, hatred, disparagement, and cruelty. If we look closely, however, none of these would exist without some subtle awareness of the heartful virtues. They are merely twisted versions of heartfulness that emerge out of fear and a sense of separation. Ultimately, heartlessness stems from ignorance of the self. If that ignorance is removed, transformation is almost immediate. Sometimes, for this to happen, the tree must be shaken to its very roots. Painful, no doubt, but a real blessing when it happens. It's often been said that in order to love or act heartfully toward others, we need to first love ourselves. Well, what does this mean? Note that heartfulness is the combination of awareness and reward. To love oneself means to be aware of who you are beyond the trappings of the story or identity that you've created. It's not easy to strip away one's identity, one's ego. A good way to start is to apply heartful virtues toward yourself. For example, learn to have gratitude for not only your successes, but seeming failures as well. They are both wise teachers. Treat yourself gently and with kindness. That is, don't be hard on yourself. Celebrate your existence from the time you get out of bed in the morning until you sleep at night. Try it. Push yourself out of your comfort zone and the need to be in control. In this way, you will develop courage and tolerance for uncertainty. You will discover how vulnerability can become a strength. In short, it creates open-heartedness. If you give to others and they crush you for it, remember the crushing is only of your expectations. No one can really crush you. It's like trying to crush the ocean with a sledgehammer. Good luck with that. Open-heartedness means being in touch with the inner you, and therefore, by default, everything else. Have faith that your life is just as it should be, moment by moment. It will help you make better choices, unfettered by criticism and doubt. Develop steadfastness in your practices. The desire for immediate gratification is based on fear, not love. Steadfastness is the key to discipline, and therefore, the ability to follow your dreams. Learn to trust that inner voice. Nurture it. Have faith that there is grace in your life, even if you don't immediately recognize its form. If you think, say, or do something that is not aligned with self-love, forgive yourself. Forgiveness is not hard when you realize that it's not a quick fix for some well-deserved shame or guilt. It's actually an offering to your deeper self. Many times, when we can't forgive others, it's because we can't forgive ourselves. Forgiveness is a gift from you to the divinity within you. You may notice that the above practices, if applied to others, are all expressions of pure love and compassion. If everyone practiced heartfulness on themselves, the desire for an afterlife in heaven would become obsolete. Heartfulness also involves reward. To give and receive love carries the highest reward because it shows us that we are truly connected with each other in this planet. Such recognition results in a state of bliss. There is no bliss where there's a sense of separation or fear. Bliss only arises from a state of unity. Heartfulness purifies the heart, removes the cobwebs, so to speak. It teaches us selflessness as our sense of self expands to include all things. There's no individual self if the heart includes everyone and everything, right? That's the pinnacle of empathy as well as the wellspring of compassion. When heartfulness has fully bloomed, our every thought, word, and deed becomes an act of compassion, an act of love. Whereas mindfulness elevates the mind, heartfulness elevates the heart. Through such awareness, wisdom and love become one. Thank you once again for listening. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.